Good morning, Rising Vibes. How to connect to your psychic abilities. So, psychic abilities. You can label them, and then everybody has a perception of it that's in a common interest. And so they're going to expect you to be able to do like they see on TV or like they see somebody else do. And then you start to think about it and you start to realize that perception is everything, right? So I don't have psychic abilities because I don't have these, vivid dreams and everything else. Well, once you've detoxified your pineal gland and you've tapped into what this world has to offer, and you stopped killing and being a participant in this world destruction, you start being the greatest person you can be. All of a sudden you start doubting that everything that you had learned is right. And then you see that it's not, because this new you, this evolved you, can see what life has to offer and the beauty in it. And life is what you make it, it's your perception. So then you start realizing, okay, I'm going to trust myself and I'm going to trust the universe. Now, you're seeing colors, like around objects, around people, just briefly, just a burst of colors, and you're like, that was weird. Then you start to focus on it. Now you're seeing auras. Now you're starting to notice that certain people have the same color auras. And they carry the same characteristics. So, you've got these different auras, you've got these different characteristics. Now, you can identify it. You're like, that person has a red aura. They are strong in their beliefs, but they're quick to get angry, and they're not really team players. So I'm going to have to dress this person this way. Well, then you start to understand numbers, numerology, the calculations of numerology, how they add up, how they take place, how they become synchronized. Now you're looking at numerology. And each number has a meaning. Each life path equals up to a person's desires, whether they manifest them or not. So, now you've got these things. Now you start to get to the point where you can read the auras. You could feel them. You feel people's energy and you know what's going on. And then you're looking at it and manifesting all this good in your life. And people walk up to you and they say stuff, but you feel the true meaning behind what they're saying without them even saying it. You've tapped into, for lack of better terms, your psychic abilities. All of us have them. We're all different. There are different types of crystal children. There are different types of, for lack of a better term, alien beings. And each one of us has a special ability in different ways. But we're all individually different. We're mutts. It's been how many years? We are mutts. None of us are a race. None of us are a color. But our auras are our personality, and our auras shine with colors. So when you look at the world that way, and you look at how everybody has their purpose, and how these animals are not here for our convenience, but to be companions, And then you look at the beautiful earth, you listen to the beautiful noises, and you change your perception to loving life. You start to realize that everything else falls into place. Whatever questions you may had before, you don't have now, because you get it. You get that you don't know everything, and that there is so much out there to learn. This entire universe has its secrets, and we're only on Earth, and we haven't even uncovered half of the ocean yet. And we haven't explored half of the world yet. We're only going to where familiars are, where people are, instead of taking the journey ourselves and exploring this entire earth. And we have minimized our lifetime here due to our perceptions, due to our lack of knowledge. And now that we're getting the knowledge back, we could live for a lot longer than we expected. And we can explore and we can do what we love. And it is amazing. I'm not going to tell you that it is easy, because you have to do it every day. And once you do it every day, you realize, and it's easy, and it comes natural, and you feel the energy, and you understand it. Life is amazing. And you can get to feeling this way too. Don't doubt it. Pick a spot. I'm sitting on a bench in the middle of the city, having a conversation with millions of people across the world, trying to let everybody know that it is possible what you desire, what you used to daydream when you were a kid. It is possible. You don't need a prophet or psychic to tell you that your perception is what you make it. And once you start focusing on the good, you start watching it manifest, and then you start seeing this world become more and more beautiful. Instead of watching all of the social media, watching the TVs, because you see all these people doing the most ridiculous things. And you're like, what is the world coming to? It's more of like, what is their perception coming to that are making this stuff? Like, okay, whatever. But when you look at your everyday person, not at the glamour, not at the beauty of your everyday picture, but the spirits, the auras, the beauty around people, you see so much potential. And then you start becoming beautiful. People are awakening everywhere. And be a part of it. Because this is not a religion. This is a selfless thing. And when I say it's selfless, because everything you do for a certain reason. But once you start being honest with yourself and putting out good vibes and everything else, you learn that you are a part of this grand design of being the individual you, doing what your purpose is here. And if you ever feel bad about what you're doing, find a way to do what you love to do. You don't want to be selling a product that you wouldn't use yourself, because then you're sitting here talking to the people and you're lying. But if you love it, you share freely. Like me, not wanting any money or anything in return, just wanting everybody to be able to experience this because it is beautiful. And we can manifest a beautiful earth. So, why not? The ancient runes and everything else in these manuscripts talking about a lot of things, and then finding out the pyramids could be used as a generating device or battery, for lack of better terms, where we don't have to put up all these poles and run all these lines. We can actually just get our phones to be charged all the time by the Earth's natural stuff. It is easy. The answer to everything. It's not losing stuff, it's gaining stuff, because we're not killing. So, if you want to open your psychic abilities, and you want to be able to see this world for what it is by your perception, then until next time, rising vibes your way.